Welcome everyone to this special edition of the Authors Forum hosted by the Lamb Global Community. The Authors Forum, this is the August edition. And we're so glad to have in the house today and an author that we'll be learning from today, our guest author, Coach Sharon Isaac. And the uniqueness of Coach Sharon is I've known her for a while as a Maxwell leadership coach, speaker, coach, and trainer. So I was so excited when I saw that she came out with a book. And we were glad that you can be here. Welcome, Coach Sharon. How are you doing today?
Thank you. I am doing good. A
That's
little
awesome.
nervous, but I'm doing great. Other than that, yes.
I told you that if you are nervous, you are in a good company. You know, Mark Twain said there are kind of speakers in the world, the nervous and the liars.
Right, right.
So that means if you are not nervous, you're lying. But you can acknowledge your nervousness, but the good news is you can also overcome it by focusing on serving people. And that's the cure to nervousness is others focus. So tell us something about yourself, first of all, Coach Sharon, just and for people that are yet to meet you, and tell us something about yourself. Who is Coach Sharon Isaac? Thank you.
All right. So I am Sharon Isaac, also known as Pastor Sharon Isaac. My husband and I have a local church in Stafford, Virginia, called Freedom. Yes. And so we have actually this year we'll be coming up on our 5-year anniversary. So
Woo!
we,
Congratulations.
yes. So God is good. He is
Yes,
definitely
yes.
good and blessing us. I am also, this is my first book, Dismantling Worry and Her Friends.
Wow.
And it was needed. I'll say that before we hop into other things. And then what else about me? Oh, I have my coaching platform is called Wisdom Speaks Coaching and Consulting Firm. And
Mm,
there is where we help learners or members to realign themselves with what God has done, what is out of alignment to get them back in alignment and walking in the way that they should be going. So that
wow.
is a little bit about me. A grandmother of five. Yes.
Wow.
Well, excuse me, five girls and
Okay.
one boy, and he
Yeah,
is
that's
the
six.
baby. Yes, yes, six grandbabies. Yes,
Wow, that's great. Yeah. So you got
yes.
six drivers, riding on your head.
And one is ready to drive now. So
Oh,
she is ready. It's like, Nana, take me out. Yes, all of
wow,
that.
that's
So
awesome. Yeah.
that is
Glad to hear your intro, and I'm so excited for you. And
thank
so this is your first book.
This is my first one. Yes.
Yeah. So how does it feel to be an author? We had an author that was here before that after he wrote his first book, I was privileged to be at that book inauguration because that was his 50th birthday. And that day was a real challenging for me because I was in Orlando at the Maxwell Leadership Conference. The conference was
Okay.
on. So I have to, because of that commitment, I have to excuse myself to go to one of the hotel rooms
To
where I
go.
was able to connect. He want me to be the facilitator, and he
Oh,
want me to
nice.
speak about the book. And I was glad because this person has been a blessing to me. We went to the same medical school. He's an
Oh,
ophthalmologist, and he's supposed to be here today, Dr. Dakpo Nodikpe. So he was excited when he brought out his first book. So what does it
yeah.
feel? And I mean, it's just like a mom bringing the first child to the world. So tell us,
Right.
how does it feel to author a book? What does that feeling look like?
Well, for me, I am definitely I'm gonna say freeing because I was the one that thought I was not a writer.
Mm,
I would write little things and then I would just put them away, right? Put them away. But a true author, I never saw myself as that person.
mm,
But after hearing a message on worry, it's like the Lord just literally brought me home and I started writing and I could not stop writing until
mm,
this project was finished. So it is definitely freeing. I received my freedom as I wrote it. So I
mm,
know I'm excited for the readers because I know
mm.
that they too will receive it as well.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome. Now, you said something. And I want to really piggyback on something that you mentioned
Yeah.
that you've always write, but you never see yourself as an author. And
Right.
and I want to tell people something. There are two differences between an author and a writer.
Mm.
I have to learn this myself when I come into this book writing business.
Mm-hmm.
You see, you can be an author and not be a writer. And the thing about being an author is author means, just look at that word. Author means the thought comes from you. You
Right.
know, you are the source of the idea because
Mm-hmm.
idea is what becomes a book. So it's possible for there's so many people that they want to be an author, but they are not good at writing. So you can hire a book writer. There are some people that that's their job, that's what they do.
Yeah.
So you can just share, oh, this is the idea that I have. So a book writer, they can help you to craft that idea and bring it out in form of a book. That's why at times when you see a book being published, they will put the name of another person at the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So that
Yeah.
really that's the writer that actually helped them, or they might acknowledge the person in the dedication. So I just want to be clear about that. But you can be both. You can be a writer like me now. I'm the
Mm-hmm.
writer. I'm an author. I just hire a publisher to do the graphics for me. So,
Uh-huh.
but I just wanted to know that there's no limit. You can still be an author. So if you are the kind of person that you're not comfortable sitting down and doing the writing, but as long as you have the original idea, because the
Mm-hmm.
owner of an idea is the ruler of the world. Ideas rules the world. So I just want
Yeah.
everybody, because we talk about freedom factor today, I want people to be free that
Yeah.
oh you can still be an author even though if you don't want to get into the messiness of the book writing business. So tell
Right.
us, I have some question for you today, and I love the way we started because now we know that this is your first book. There's so
Yeah.
much excitement about it. I remember when my first book came out in November 2000. Oh, I was like, woo, they put that copy on my hand. I was still in medical school then, even though it was like a little booklet, but the effect is just indescribable. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So my first question is because we in this authors forum we normally talk about 5 P's, and this 5 P's that separates a doer from a dreamer. And the first 5 P, the first P that we normally talk about is as an author. So there's a problem that you want to solve. That's the first P.
Right.
There's a problem that you are out to solve. Every book is a solution to a problem. And the
Right.
second P is people. So there's a people that you want to target.
Mm-hmm.
Because a book that is for everybody is for nobody. That's the truth. That's the truth.
Right.
Exactly. So there's a people that we want to target. Then the third thing that we talk about is the process. The process talks about the framework. Every book has a framework. That
Mm-hmm.
framework is something that is people can easily adopt and apply to their life. And then the
Mm-hmm.
fourth P, we talk about there must be a plan to monetize the book, a plan for monetization. And the last P, a platform to market your book. So we always talk about that. So if you want to get comprehensive, you can go back to our previous authors forum. Now, because I mentioned this, because I'm going to get you into that now. And
Okay.
this is a format that really helped us. You know, I was mentored by Pastor Tony, so I learned about outline. So he was the one that even tell me there's a Bible called the Outline Bible. So I've learned that he's an organizer. There's a way his mind is really organized. So one thing I want to start right is what problem did you solve with your book? And if you have a copy of the book, you can lift it up so that we can see.
Yeah.
And tell us the topic, the title of your book, and if you can lift it up so that everybody can see. Yeah, no,
I didn't look
I
at the
like
picture.
that book. You know, it's this is that shiny object is not making us to see it. Yeah,
Okay.
dismantling worry. And can you tell us the title of the book?
Yeah,
The-
it's called Dismantling Worry and
yeah.
Her Friends.
Wow,
And
worry
yeah,
has some friends. Oh,
she got friends now. She has plenty. You you have to identify them, but
wow. But
but
worry
yeah.
is Worry is the main person. So with this dismantling worry with our friends.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow, that was awesome. So tell us what problem. I mean, it's obvious that this problem is solving, but we don't want to make any assumption. So tell us, which
Right.
problem did you solve with your book? Thank you.
Okay. So I solved my worry issue. I mean, I would consider myself, I used to consider myself as a worry wart. Not even subconsciously all the time. It would be
Mm,
well, not consciously, but that subconsciously. And so it was revealed to me that I was worrying about everything, like the kids, the marriage, the friends, the is this going to work? I was iffing myself out of everything. So
mm,
to keep people from iffing themselves out or either just counting themselves out,
yep.
um, you have to identify what you
Mm,
have agreed with. And I had agreed that worry was my friend. I had
mm,
agreed with her and also letting all her friends come in and visit. And they were slowly stealing my peace,
mm,
stealing my joy, stealing my, moving forward. Because I was literally
mm,
in a square box.
mm,
And so I'm trying to help people get out of the box and see that
mm.
there is like you go to a new city.
Yep.
If you only stay in the city that you live in, you think that that is it. But once you move
Mm,
outside of those walls,
yep.
there is no turning back. There's no
Mm,
turning back. And so
mm.
that is what I'm helping people to see is that there is something bigger on the other side of worry and her friends, and you can be
Wow.
free from her.
Wow. Wow. That was awesome. Listen to me. You are so intriguing in the sense that there's a curiosity that comes with your book. There's a book I'm reading. It's called Fascinate. This book talks about branding. Fascinate.
Mm-hmm.
And he mentioned seven different branding process. But one
Mm-hmm.
thing that stood out to me as you were sharing is your book is somehow mystic. That's one of the stuff that you use. And one thing about mystic is something intriguing that I want people to explore. That's the kind of book that you have. In fact, the way I'm talking to you now is as if I should just take a break and go and order for it on
I
Amazon.
think you should now.
Oh no, it's not a matter of I think I should, because the reason is this. That is the effect that your book has.
Thank
Because when you listen to that kind of book, you want to know that, wow, Worry got friends. Who are those friends?
Exactly.
I see that you are talking with reference to yourself. So that takes me to the next question, the next P. So who was your target audience for this book? Who did you target it? And are you the subject, or did you use yourself as a target person? And which people group did you target with this book? Thank you.
Okay. So the my target group is anyone who has dealt with worry.
Anyone
Anyone
that
who
have dealt with it or that is about to.
or even those that are about to because
Yeah.
um the worry will, like I said, it will stop you in your tracks.
Hmm.
And it'll keep you from going to your next moving in purpose, right?
Yep.
So those who are overthinkers, if you
Hmm.
overthink and you think yourself out of something, this is the book for you.
Hmm.
Those who literally just don't do it. They don't operate in faith. I don't know how many times that I have given my purpose away. I'll write it out or I'll do this. I'll do all the legwork and I'll just
Hmm.
hand it over. So if you're handing over things when
Hmm.
you know that it is you who was supposed to be doing it, then worry has you in a box. So
Hmm.
you need to, those are my target audiences.
Wow.
I references myself in the book. I do give some Pastor Sharon's Corners.
Okay.
And it is a real life event that took place. And it
Hmm.
also shows that I was free from it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was awesome. That's
Yeah.
great. So that means to you, dismantling worry is all about finding freedom.
Yes.
Oh, beautiful. That's good.
Peace, freedom, and your whole self. I mean,
Let's just say, okay, okay. Wow. That's awesome. Yeah. So just like you talk about dismantling worry and our friends. So your goal is to help people find freedom and our friends too, because freedom has friends too.
Yeah, she has her friends. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's awesome.
My friend, well, so like, and I'll share this, like the friends that I had picked up and didn't even realize because worry is subtle. I did not realize that I had picked up inadequacy. So a person
Mm,
who don't feel inadequate enough is not going to pursue what they were intended to pursue. So
mm,
I would get stuck at, okay, it's here. What do I do
mm,
with it? Instead of
mm.
pursuing the next step.
Wow.
And so
Mm,
her other friend was I would resent people that were doing what doing walking in their purpose, walking in what they're supposed to be doing
mm.
when all I had to do was take the next step, right?
Wow.
And
Mm,
so these friends were slowly moving in, and in the book I reference a college dorm. You're living in the dorms, you have a roommate, but when the
mm.
roommate starts allowing all her friends to come, you don't know their behaviors, their
Yeah.
characters, but
Yeah.
you accept them, right?
Mm,
And in your accepting, you
mm,
slowly start migrating over there with them, and sooner or no sooner, they've
mm,
already consumed you, and you are
mm.
slowly forgetting who you are. What did I come
Wow.
to college for?
Wow. Wow.
And I
Wow.
began to lose who I am, and then
Mm,
worry gets the to
mm.
label me.
Wow, that was awesome. Great job there. Now, I want to make a switch now because normally when we talk about Authors Forum, we like to focus on the your journey as an author,
Mhm.
and but I just started the way I started it in the sense that, like I said, your topic was so mystic, mystic and MYSTIQUE is
Mhm.
less revealing in the sense that you want people to ask for more. That's the kind of book that you
Exactly.
have, and I like that your components. And but we want to go to some dimensions that's going to help anyone and that is working on writing their first book.
Yes.
And the thing I want to ask you is this: what fear almost stopped you from writing this book? And what did you do the day you decided fear would no longer lead you?
Okay, so the first day I sat and I wrote, I felt so good. I was like, man, okay. Day two, when I came back to write, I felt like inadequacy showed up. I felt the fear had showed up. I felt like girl, who can read this book?
Hmm.
You don't even have a big following. You don't, all the you don'ts showed up.
Hmm. Hmm.
But what I did is I took that same energy that was coming at me and
Yep.
I said, you know what? I'm going to sit here and write you about this is what I'm writing about the next chapter, like how
Hmm.
it literally came to stop me. But
Hmm.
I'm pushing through. I am pushing
Hmm.
through the fear, the inadequacy. I'm pushing through because if I didn't stop that then, I would never get through it. I would
Hmm.
never pursue what I was supposed to be doing.
Hmm.
Yeah, and
Hmm.
I think I refuse to be the one that would not be a finisher.
Mm,
Yeah.
mm. So what factor led to that uh making that commitment to get you to the finishing line? So what factor left help you to overcome that fear to get you down to the finishing line that you were able to finish the book?
Well, I actually felt like it was an urgency. I felt like the Lord was saying, this is needed now, and I
Mm,
need you to write it. I have
mm,
assigned you to write this. And
mm,
so that is what I was like, I can't fail God. I
mm,
cannot fail him.
mm,
I had failed in other areas, but
mm,
this, I felt like this is important. And if it
mm.
is freeing me, because that is what I literally could feel like the layers falling off of me as I
I
was
see.
writing the book. And so
Mm,
if it was doing this for me, what won't it do for the readers?
mm,
And
mm.
then they're going to share it with somebody else. And
Yes.
and this can be generational, like
Yes,
generations and
it's gonna
nations,
boomerang. Yeah, like a
yeah,
boomerang
will
effect.
be
Yeah.
free. Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's awesome. So, what's your simplest writing routine that usually worked, even on busy days? And how can a new author copy it this week?
Can you repeat it one more? I'm sorry.
My question is, what was your simplest writing routine? When you are writing, and what's your simplest writing routine that actually worked, even on busy days that make you to be consistent in still writing? And how
Mm-hmm.
can a new author, aspiring author, really adapted this? Is there something that you can share that people can apply to their writing process?
Yeah. So what I did is literally, like I said, I felt like it was an urgency, right? And
Mm.
so, every day after I got off of work, my regular job, I would take me like a 15-minute power nap so that my mind is clear of the work and all the things that had taken place there.
50, 1 5 or 50?
Yeah, 15 to 20 minutes. I would take me
Okay.
a power nap so that when I sat down to write, I had no distractions. And then I just sat in a corner. I didn't even tell anyone in my house I was writing.
Mm.
They just saw me in a corner just doing something. And so I kind of just held that in for a moment just till I knew what it really was that I was doing. And once I did that, I was able to carve out an hour or so a night or more, if needed
Mm.
be, to
Mm.
write.
Mm.
And that, it's simple, just pushing away the distractions. That's what I had to
Mm.
do because I have a lot of them.
That's great. Yeah. So how long does it take you to write this book? Dr.
Um,
Maxwell said it took him 1 year to write his first book. When I had it, oh, I was encouraged. So how long does it take you to write your first book?
You know what? Because I was writing every day from like December last year up until May, but I had a goal because I wanted to honor my mom, and I
Mm.
wanted my mom's birthday was in May and Mother's Day. So I wanted to honor her that way. She is no longer with me, but this was one of the things that I just was like, okay, Lord, if you can help me get it done by this day to honor my mother. That was why I think I pushed so hard to get this done. Um,
Wow. So like
yeah.
it take like 6 months,
Right. So about what? So December, January. So about 4 months, about 4 to 5 months.
like
Yep.
4 months. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Wow. That was awesome. Now, what is one mistake you made during the writing or publishing that you wish someone warned you about, and how can we avoid it?
Um, hmm. Let me see. One mistake I did not double check to make sure all the information that like your I registered for the Library of Congress so that
Okay.
my book would be in there. So just making sure you proofread what the editor sent back to you. Like
Okay.
literally go through it with a fine-tooth comb because that number is important for me to get it into the Library of Congress. It has to be in there. So what we had to do is pull it down off of Amazon and then republish it, and then now I can send the book. But that will be one of the biggest things, making sure your ISBN numbers are in there. If you register for the Library of Congress, which is free, and then it allows your book to be put in every library in the world. And so and that's an honor because it's always going to be there, right? So that will
You
probably be my
just
biggest
shared
mistake.
something that I didn't know anything about after doing 12 books. So registering for the Library of Congress is free.
Yeah.
So tell us, what's the process?
So I just go to it's a Library of Congress, and I'll get it and I'll send it to you so we you can share it with your
Okay.
listeners.
No, you
Um,
can share it on the Authors Forum. You part of the forum.
oh, okay, yes, sir. I will share it there.
Yeah,
And
and
but
author just said it now that Dr. Lisa. So she just dropped a message that she didn't know that.
oh wow, yes, yes,
Yeah.
that is important, and you have to do it before your book is published.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
It is a workaround, but that just takes a long time. So,
Okay.
but you could do it before your book is published. put your
So
book in the
do you need
Library of
some
Congress.
do you need some time to give them like the
You fill out the application, you put
okay,
it asks you like select the name of your book title, it asks you authors if you want to include your editors. It asks you, a series
all
of
this.
questions. It asks you if the book is going to be volumes or multiple volumes. It asks you if it's going to be a workbook. So it asks you all these questions, right? And then it asks you if you want to put like a synopsis of what your book is about, anything that you want to put in there that's catchy to the readers. So it's really simple. It only takes about 30, 45 minutes to
Wow.
complete. Yeah, so it's not a long process. Then you
Wow.
submit it. You also have to submit a copy of like the front cover of your book. So
Okay.
you'll need all of that before you get ready to go there, and you
What
will
if
need
you have published a book? Can you still do it?
You can. You have to go through that website and it's another link within it that will take you to get your book.
Okay. So
Yeah,
so
you
that
can get
means
it now.
if you have already published your book, you can still go through the Library of Congress and do what you said.
Correct.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
sir.
good. It's good to
Hmm.
know. No, nobody has ever shared that. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for
Yeah.
sharing that.
Hmm.
Yeah. So now this is so bueno. Bueno means good, in case you
Yeah.
didn't hear Spanish, anybody. Now, the next question I want to ask you is this. If you had to teach your entire book in one sentence, what will that sentence be? And
Ooh.
why does it matter right now?
Hmm. I would say Worry spoke, but she did not get the final say.
Say it again.
Worry spoke, but she did not get the final say.
Hmm.
Yeah. And that is a right now word because that means I prevailed. That means
Hmm.
I overcame it. That means
Hmm.
I am free from the yoke and the bondage that I was once in.
And other people can be free too. So let's talk about
Yeah.
the freedom factor. So how has the freedom factor? So let's talk about how you able to leverage the freedom factor towards a successful book writing experience.
So I have been able to leverage this space. Now it's published. It is I'm here today, right? So
Mhm.
I've been able to come and actually talk to like doctors. There's some doctors on here. I ain't no doctor, but hey, I it has given me the freedom to come out and speak confidently
Mm,
to all people, not just like the simple people or just people who just don't know, but I can talk to anybody now. That's the freedom that I have from writing.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So it make you to find your voice.
Yes, yes, I found my voice. I found my oh gosh, my freedom and my yeah. I am literally I don't know. You hear people say cloud nine. Okay, that's where I'm at. I'm on cloud nine.
I think yours is 19. I'm gonna put one in front of that nine. And for it, I'm so happy for you because one thing that makes your book to be unique is, to be real with you, everybody need to deal with worry at one time or the other.
Yeah, we do.
And and now understanding how to dismantle worry. Wow, that was really something that, in fact, if you said you've graduated from the College of Worry, I believe you know someone that is still in that school now.
Yes. Yeah.
So like that's what makes your book so fascinating, in the sense that, well, okay, well, if I'm already graduated from this College of Worry, I can get this book for someone that is
Right.
still someone that just enrolled in that school.
Yeah.
or,
Yes. Yes. Yes.
or
Yes.
someone that is
Especially
sick, or someone that is seeking for admission into that school there. So
yeah, yeah.
and
Especially when you start thinking about them student loans, you like, ooh, I done
exactly.
enrolled to
No,
worry.
no, no.
Yeah.
I'm talking about someone that is sick that just enrolled to the school of worry. That means as long as when people leave, people worry is like, some people think that worry is part of life. They can worry all
Right.
their life. But when they now see a book like this, that they can dismantle worry, it gives them hope. And that's what your book is all about. It
Yeah.
inspire hope in people that, Even though worry is real, I'm not denying it, but there's a way out of it. So the last
Yeah.
question I want to ask you before I open up to the live audience is this.
Okay.
What would you say to the author that is listening to you right now? Some people are going to hear on YouTube, because we post this on YouTube. What will you say
Okay.
to the author who feels not ready or not qualified or
Mm,
not enough? And
mm.
what tiny action should they take in the next 24 hours that can help them to overcome this kind of inertia of this kind of a lot of people that I know a lot of people that that are working on a book. I mean, they they've been working on it for many time. I was in a birthday party of a friend of mine in New Jersey, and he told everybody's going to write a book, and they told me that since you've written some books, we wanted to hold him accountable. As I speak with you now, he's yet to write the book.
Yeah.
And so, what will be your advice for aspiring author who are still in the works and they just feel not ready, and they are not qualified, they are not enough? And so, what action can they take to overcome this kind of reluctance and of not
Okay.
trying to get ready every time? Yeah.
Okay. Well, I would say break agreement with
Mm,
what you have agreed with about yourself. If
mm,
you have made an agreement and have said that I'm not good enough, mm, break the agreement and start saying that I am good enough.
mm,
If you have made an agreement that says I don't have all the resources that I need, break
mm,
the agreement. Resources are everywhere. People are
mm,
everywhere, and they are
mm,
willing to help you if you ask.
mm,
Break agreement with silence, because
mm.
anything that we are silenced about,
Yeah.
we just take agreement with. So
Hmm.
break agreement with those things so that you can walk in
Hmm.
purpose, walk
Hmm.
in freedom, walk on the
Hmm.
journey that you were destined to walk on, and
Hmm.
stop trying to hide, because that I did a lot of
Hmm.
hiding behind other people, or hiding
Yeah.
behind my husband because I was comfortable there.
Hmm.
I didn't need to be talking, but yes, we
Hmm.
do. We all have a purpose,
Yeah.
and we have to use our mouths. We have to use
Hmm.
our bodies. It's called faith. It's a faith
Hmm.
journey. Stop waiting for this big thing to happen before you move out, and just
Hmm.
take step by step.
Wow.
And when
Wow.
you take step by step, you're gonna see yourself and look. You're gonna turn around and look back and be like, "Wow, I have
Hmm.
really made it. I've come out of that thing." And so,
Wow.
yeah.
Wow. That's great. I'll just close this section because we're going to open up to people to start asking questions now. There's this quote that I want to bring up by Aristotle. He said, "What we have to learn to do, we learn by doing.
Mm,
What we have to learn to do, we learn by doing." And this is very important because a lot of people, they don't want to make mistake. You see, one thing about mistake is this: if you can't make mistake, you can make nothing.
right.
Because everybody that ever makes something great, they make mistake, but the only difference is they learn from it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want to share that. So as we move to the second session, we're going to start with Coach Shamin. Coach Shamin is all the way from Caribbean islands. She's a
Oh,
master leadership coach, speaker,
Hi,
and
Dr.
Coach Shamin,
Michael.
how are you?
I'm doing very well, Dr. Michael.
Yeah,
Hi,
your question,
Sharon.
please.
hi. How are? I'm so glad that you're doing
Yes, I'm
well.
listening to all the things that you must break, and I'm not even sure that those are the things for me to break. I was reminded about 2 weeks or so ago, I sat in a breakfast table with another person.
Hmm.
We were chatting, and I was talking about I'm a pastor, and I have so many scripts. My
Hmm.
sermons are always on typed and so on. And she's saying, but you have contents there for your book. So I'm not even sure if it's something to break because I have the content. I guess it's to zero in on how I would bring them together. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, okay, I think Coach Shaman is coming up. She's asking the question now, and I think, and the main thing, the question, I think she's about to wrap up the question. So, as we wait for her, I think let's go to the next person. We'll come back to her when she coming. Dr. Toby, you want to ask your question? And if you want to come on camera, we can add you we can spotlight you. Yeah, we're gonna have you back. We understand that. Maybe it's she's gonna come back. Okay, Dr. Toby, are you ready for your question?
Yes, yes, I'm at my work desk
It's
now,
okay,
so
it's
I
okay,
don't
it's
want
okay.
to
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Okay, go
invade the
ahead.
private.
Okay.
So I want to comment, and also I want to comment on something that Dr. Coach Sharon shared. And it makes me look back at my journey when I released my first book. That's in the year 2021. And I released a book called Reflections in the Dark. It was number 3 on African poetry. And I have this poem for you. I'll just read part of it because I can share what you are saying because I have lived in worry. I've been able to write my way off worry, and I've been able to evolve over time because I decided to take that decision not to worry anymore. So it starts this way. Why now, not then? Why this, not that? Why leave, not stay? Why mute, not talk? Why try harder? Why give it all you've got? Why form the routine? Why stick to it when it's no fun? Maybe it's what you've got to do. Maybe that's what your gender does. Maybe it's what you've got to do. Maybe that's what everyone does. If not now, when? If not this, what? If not leave, wait. If not mute, speak. For every crossroad is a time to untangle from the web of indecision. For every puzzle is a time to rearrange and solve the puzzle of indecision. For every knot, it's time to unknot it and straighten out of indecision. For all confusion, it's time to carefully select your thought pattern and arrive at your best decision. It's a good decision you made trying to write a book, and I believe it will heal a lot of people. I'll get a copy, by the way. You have a beautiful book in your hands. Thank you.
Wow.
Thank you. Thank you so
Wow.
much.
That was so encouraging.
Yes. Yes. Thank you so, so much.
Wow, that was great. Thank you, Dr. Toby, for sharing that. In fact, Dr. Toby is going to be our guest author and in the month of October because we already booked up to November. Yeah.
Okay.
We're having Dr. Amanda Farag next month. She just came up with a new book
Amanda.
too. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Coach Shaman, are you ready? Okay, let's see. Who else have a question? Who is live now that have a question? And the beauty of being live as a live audience is you have the opportunity to ask question.
Yeah, I have a
Uh,
question, Doc.
okay. Yeah, Pastor Tony, sir.
Okay. First of all, I want to thank you so much, Pastor Sharon, for sharing.
Yes,
You
sir.
have, I mean, and not only have you written the book, but you have actually, for us, experienced the book, and
Yes.
Mm,
and that is a powerful thing because there's a conviction that you have even as you communicate, and I definitely appreciate you sharing the things that you have, and I'm writing notes down so because I'm a lifelong learner,
Okay.
a lifelong liver, so I can be a
mm,
lifelong giver. And
mm.
Awesome.
I've learned from you, and I will purchase your book just in that basis. So I thank you first of all for that. But my question is,
Yes, sir.
what would you say? I know you said some things already, but what would you say would be the top 3 greatest things that you learned in writing this book?
Mm,
Okay. So
mm,
my top three is the one was to definitely acknowledge that it was present.
mm,
Mhm,
That breaking agreement, like I literally didn't know that I had agreed with
mm,
worry.
mhm,
And
mhm,
anything that we give agreement with, that is not healthy for us that we can break agreement with. And then that I can evict all of these things. They do not have to live in my
That was
life.
awesome.
Amen. Amen.
Oh,
Okay, say that first one again. You said presence.
The
The
first one,
first one. Yes.
to acknowledge it, yes, and not agree, yes, acknowledge it.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
You're more than welcome, sir. Thank you.
Just to make sure that my actual pen is working well with my ear. Because I'm writing it down, sister. I tell you, I'm still learning.
Yes, sir.
So it's acknowledgement, breaking agreement, and the third one was
that we was it the eviction? No, that wasn't the third
eviction.
one.
That's it. Eviction. Got you. Eviction. I got it. No, that's good. See that? I'm writing it down so I can have it, and then I'll put it. See, I like that whole factor of what I don't remember, I don't respond to. So I'm gonna put it in a way too that I can hold on to it, because if that actually worked for you,
yes, sir.
I'm finding processes of what happened, and see what you're giving. You're giving out a process that actually fall in principles that actually work.
Yes,
and then when we can receive the process and the principle, we can apply the process and the principle, no matter what era, whatever, no matter what region, no matter what place, and all that happens. So thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Tony. Thank you so much. I mean, those questions that Pastor Tony has was really classic. Yeah, because it's like, and this is why we have in this forum to really address crucial questions, that will really help us to be able to really and have more clarity about the subject matter. Any other question, please? If you're alive, you have this. Okay, Coach Sharon is back.
Yes, Dr. Michael.
Okay.
And I didn't even realize that Sharon is also pastor.
Yes, she is.
And I'm reading the covering of your book. Yes, I was saying, that I have the contents that I guess it's just an organization skill that is maybe missing there. Perhaps, just a matter of zeroing what you want to get done, because there is so many things that are happening around you. But I thanks for the continued encouragement, sitting in your audience and listening to others. It's gonna happen, I guess, as I made that additional move.
Yes, ma'am.
So what's the question, Miss Coach Sharon?
Pardon me?
Yeah, what's your question?
Well, when I began, I said, listening to her, to Coach Sharon's closing, what you're gonna dismantle, what you're gonna dismantle.
Yes.
And I'm trying to figure out, what is it that I have to dismantle, so as to get going.
Okay.
Because I have
are you working on any book, Coach Sharon? Do you have any book project you're working on at the moment?
Well, no, I would have worked on two what we call, when you work together with other persons, what we call those again? I would have done 2 chapters in books with other persons.
Okay.
But I don't have any manuscript writing on at this time.
Okay.
What I said is I have contents from that I would have used in preaching.
To be like a co-author with someone.
Yeah, I did 2 co-authors already previously.
Okay.
But I have contents now that I preach on presently.
Yeah.
And they're just there. So it's just for compiling them.
Okay.
And bringing them together.
So question, so you're still working on bringing things together for your book?
Yeah.
Okay, that's awesome. That's what Pastor Tony did. I've known Pastor Tony now for almost 18 years. And in working with him, I realized he has a lot of life principles that are very practical that I have used personally. And that's what he did in his first book. And the good part of a book is, I always tell people, is this: when you have lived out a book, before you write the book. Oh, that is the greatest service you can do to people. Because people are looking for practical things and not theory. I mean,
Right.
that's why all the books I've written, they're all practical. It's things that I've done. It's things that I've done because there's power. And that's what I see with you now, Coach Sharon. There's this articulation that comes, there's this conviction that comes, and with your content, that's like Dr. Toby said, there's an authenticity that comes with it. So,
Yeah.
and that's very, very important for everyone to know. It's not just writing books, but it's writing what you have experienced, what you have lived out. It
Yes.
it 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 makes, and that's what makes you an author. It makes you an authority in that area. Okay,
Yeah.
let's just accommodate two more questions, because I still have one or two questions, but I just want to give everyone else an opportunity. Yes, and any question, please, on book writing? Yes,
Hey, Doc, can I circle back?
yes, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
no, because what I did, I processed what she said that I can retain from you, Pastor Sharon. And
Okay.
and what and you know what I processed out
What's
of
that?
those
Yeah.
three things? A B.
Hmm.
A, acknowledge the problem. B,
Wow.
breaking the agreement. E, eviction of the problem.
Mm.
Hmm.
And so therefore, if it's a B, and what you've done, you have went through the process, and
Yes.
you're being what you actually have went through.
Yeah.
So
Hmm.
therefore, it's called calling folk to a B.
I
A,
Hmm.
love it.
B, E.
Hmm.
I love it. Yes, sir.
Yeah. But thank you. So no, you said it, sister. You said, and all I'm doing now is just retaining it so I can do something with it. So, because
Yes.
I'm looking to live this thing now.
Oh,
Ah.
I love
Thank
it.
you.
I love it. That is
Thank
that is what this book is supposed to do for you.
you.
And look, you
Thank
only
Wow.
got the snippets.
you.
So when
Amen.
you actually read it, listen,
Amen.
the chains will fall. They have to.
Amen.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Amen.
that's
Thank you.
great. Yeah. Thank you, Pastor. Okay. Dr. Toby. Yeah, okay. I see you can come up now. Yeah. So, your question, please. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, so this is a question I love to ask. In your approach to your next book, what would you like to change?
Hmm.
Some will
Um,
say some will say something. I want you to say something practical that, okay, maybe there was a bottleneck somewhere. What will you like to address and make the process faster, make the process more beautiful, and make the whole experience an evolution for you? Cheers.
whew, what would I change in the process?
Hmm.
I'm gonna say this because the funny thing is that I was writing another book before
Hmm.
I was writing this one.
This one. Okay.
And I got to a place where I was stuck. And I was just like, what is wrong? Why can't I go on? And this is when it's like the Lord redirected me to take care of a problem that I
Hmm.
would be free to talk to whomever that he
Hmm.
puts me in front of, right?
Hmm.
And so I had to get the what's the Drano, and I'm drinking the Drano of freedom to get worry out of me, to get all of her
Hmm.
friends out of me so that
Hmm.
it would no longer block me. So now when I get ready to go back and finish this next book,
Yep.
finish the workbook, I'm completing a devotional, I am completing a crossword puzzle because my mother loved those.
Hmm.
Um, then there's no blocking. There's nothing that's
Hmm.
going to stop me because now I know that I can actually do it.
That's good.
Yeah. So that right there, that would be my answer.
Wow, that's great. Now, what you said is very powerful that you can actually do it. Dr. Brad Johnson said something. He said, confidence grows one small win at a time.
hmm
Confidence grows one small win at a time because confidence grows when you have wins under your belt. And Jim Rohn said the foundation of confidence is evidence. So you have
Yeah.
evidence that I've done one. That I can. That's what Pastor Tony is doing now. He keep on writing now. You can't just stop him again. You can't stop him again. And it happened to me too. After writing my two books when I was in medical school, I was stuck for 20 years. I never wrote a book.
Wow.
I was stuck. But thank God when I started writing a book, I was able to write 10 new books in less than 2 years. Yeah. So the momentum factor is real. So let's go to Freda. Freda, we want you to ask your question. Yeah, Frida. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna ask about, she said the names of the what she
Okay.
was writing next. So I was just gonna ask,
Okay,
what's
what
the
she's writing
expectation,
next.
yeah, for what she's writing next.
Okay.
And like you were saying in your statement, does she feel like the momentum is there for it to
Mm.
flow easier now because she's stamped and she's approved that she proved that she's an author. So does that give her that freedom to go forward quickly and start the next one instead of hesitating?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, what a
Okay.
question. Thank you, Frida.
That's my
Woo.
girl. Okay, okay.
Oh, wait. Do you know Frida? Do you know how to
I
cook?
do. Yes, yes,
Oh,
yes. I know Frida.
like,
But
oh, so,
this is, I love her because she challenges me like
oh,
this.
yeah,
So
I can see. Listen, no, we have Voice of America, but the voice that I had is voice of a challenge. Like,
yes,
I
yes, yes,
know
yes.
that.
Yes. So she wants to know the name of the next book. The
Yeah, tell
next book
us.
is going to be called The Disruptor Spirit
Wow.
because I have disrupted what was disrupting me. And
Oh,
that will be the next sequel
the next
to,
project now.
yes, to what's coming out.
Oh.
The momentum, I don't want to pause too long because I
Mm.
don't want to lose the momentum.
Yeah, yeah,
So I
yeah,
am continuing on finishing the first part of the other things, the companions to this book, and
yeah.
then moving into the disruptive spirit.
Wow. And I like what you said, Coach Sharon. And I believe I'm going to amplify this the Authors Forum WhatsApp because what I told people is after writing a book, and I know someone is listening to me right now. I don't want to mention names. Once you write a book, don't stop.
Yeah.
When I call people on the phone, I always ask them, "What are you working on?" Because the thing about life is this: momentum is the leader's best friend.
Hmm.
And losing momentum is
Yeah.
is hard. When you lose it, you got to start all over again.
Hmm.
And that's the thing about this. In fact, the only reason why I stopped writing is my mentor told me to stop.
Right. Right. Yes.
Just there's this wave that just come with it. I'm just riding on that wave. I'm riding on that wave.
Yeah.
But my mentor said, Michael, you gotta stop. And and I know she's right because I made a commitment for 10 books. So after that 10 was over, I need to stop. And I did.
Yes.
And now it's more than a year now. But
And and
but
and look
now
at
I'm back. I'm back working on some stuff now.
you, right. Look, you back working.
Yeah.
But you're
Yeah.
also pulling others along. And so
Yeah.
with my Miss Frida, or I call her, she Prophetess Frida. With Prophetess Frida, she
Mm.
just finished her book and is in the
Wow.
editing stages.
Really?
So yes, it's iron sharpening iron.
That
Um,
was good.
and so, like I say, she challenges me, I
Mm.
challenge her, and we're challenging those around us
Mm.
because we know that there is more in you that sometimes you want to give.
Yeah.
And
So
so, but
when is our book coming out? When is our book coming out?
Miss Frida,
Miss Frida,
It
coming
should be, the soft launch should be September the 4th.
Okay, so I'll reach out to you to book you to be our guest author. We already booked in November, so I got December open. I can put you in there right there to have you
Oh,
right here. Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
So we'll get your
Yeah.
WhatsApp number to add you to the Authors Forum because this Authors Forum is a crucible of it's just a forum to really to edify one another, to encourage one another, that even after you've done one book. And I love that momentum. And listen, Coach Sharon, I mean, you're such a real value creator, and you brought so much to this team today. What you shared is so great that many people that are not here, they're gonna get so much, like that Library of Congress you're talking about, and this momentum is so powerful. So in closing today, What's do you want to leave with somebody that is still having cold feet about doing their book, that is still sitting on their fence, that I mean, there's a lot of people that they just procrastinating, they want everything to be perfect. So what's your last word for them? People that are really I mean, they just like I mean, they've started, but they just like they think that, oh, I need to get more stuff, I need to get more stuff, I need to get more stuff. So what would be your advice for them and to just get through what they already have? They thought that what they have is not good enough and all that stuff. Yeah. So what's your advice for those people? Thank you.
Yes, because you will continue to edit and want to add and want to do this or that, but you realizing that this is a completed live document that's waiting for
Mm,
somebody to get it in their hands, to
mm,
get it in their hands. So stop holding them up
mm,
so that you can start your next one. Because
mm,
that's what is happening. And stop trying to perfect it. There's
mm,
only one perfect man that ever walked this earth.
mm,
And we are not perfect. I kept erasing, rewriting, erasing. Stop doing that. Look
mm,
at what you have as good.
mm,
See it as okay, it's freeing, it's a freeing factor for someone and they
mm.
need it. And if I keep on erasing and trying to make it perfect,
Yep.
there's nothing perfect. Even the things that we say, sometimes we don't even want to say things because we feel like it has to be perfect. But who knows that you made a mistake other than you?
Yeah. Yeah.
They
Wow.
don't.
Wow. That's so true. Wow, thank you so much. It's been a great time with Coach Sharon. Listen to me, Coach Sharon, you're such a great leader, and we just want to appreciate you. And you look like when we started as if I mean there's nothing to it, but at least I mean somebody said that, wow, this is so rich. I mean, and I like your humility. You really showed up. And you started like a lamb, you finished like a lion. So for real, for real.
Yeah.
Thank you for what you brought to the table. And I want to really appreciate all the leaders that are here today. Thank you all for being here and
Thank
to cheer on Coach Sharon. And I want to announce the next edition of this Authors Forum. We normally meet first Wednesday of the month. And the first Wednesday of next month, I'm looking at the calendar now, is September 2nd. But we will not be holding it on that date because the Maxwell Leadership Conference will be finishing on that date. So for the first time ever, we'll be having the Authors Forum. The next edition is going to be second Wednesday, just for next month, September,
Okay.
because of the Maxwell Leadership Conference.
Yes.
And so we always want to avoid any conflict. So the next one is going to be September 9th, Wednesday, September 9th, same time. And we'll be having Dr. Amanda Farag. She's a physician. She's my friend. I call her Your Royal Highness. She's coming out with a new book too. So she'll be coming and we'll be having her as the host. Yeah. And Dr. Toby will be our host for the month of October. And
Okay.
November, we have Coach Kate Onokumaya. She has written a lot of books. Yeah. So thank you so much, Coach Sharon. I want to say thank you for your time, for giving us any last comment before we go.
I appreciate you allowing me to be here today, and I appreciate all the panelists for your questions. Again, I feel like you all are sharpening me as I am sharpening you, and that is a beautiful thing. And so I'm just thankful. I'm grateful.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah. So the video will be available in the next few minutes. Thank you all so much. Like I said, the next one will be September 9. Yeah. So we will let you know. Thank you, everybody.
Okay, you're welcome.